can hear us. But while we wait for the video to start, I thought I would just begin. But we are about 4 points deep in this first set so far. Oregon just scored on a Mimi Collier kill, so they are up 3 to the Wolverines 1. And we have Oregon's libero serving. A pass by Allison Jacobs. Swing by Valentina Ballet. Near block. And over by the Wolverines. And a kill by the Oregon Ducks. That is Noemi Glover, their strong opposite this season. And yes, you did hear right, folks. Allison Jacobs is back. She will be in the back row for us this game as she's still healing from that ankle sprain from their Penn State game in October. And a block by Jackie Boney and Valentina Ballet on the right. And Valentina back to serve. We are at 2-4. And just a miss. That gives Oregon their 5th point of the set. And we have a DS back to serve for them. Their setter, Kristen Klein, is now front row with Mimi Collier and Ofebu. Deep serve by the Ducks. Jackie on the slide. A great up by Valentina Ballet. Great up by Allison Jacobs. And just a miss by Amalia Simmons, who is playing outside for the Wolverines tonight. She made her debut this season against Maryland Thursday night and had a strong performance for the Wolverines. A tip by Simmons and the kill for the Wolverines. Simmons goes out for Carly Gruskovich, back row, and Allison Jacobs goes out for Kendall Ray. Kendall will be front row for the Wolverines. Serving 3-6. Great pass by Gruskovich. And a kill by Valentina Ballet. I think I might be a little ahead of the stream, but we'll see if that gets caught up. Another serve by Carly Gruskovich. Really good touch in the back row, but couldn't get it up. Mimi Collier back to serve for the Ducks as they score their 7th point of the set. 7-4 Ducks. Great pass by Ray. And the back row kill by Valette. We have Mira Chopra back to serve for the Wolverines, 5-7. Great serve by Chopra. Back row attack by Mimi Collier. On that swing from Ray, it did hit the antenna, which is an automatic out. Point Ducks. Mira Chopra's out, and Maddie Cochran is back in as our libero for the Wolverines. Cochran sets that ball for Ray. Tip over by Owobate. And a strong kill by Ray for the kill for the Wolverines. Morgan Burke back to serve. The attempted dump by Kristen Klein, but the kill for Valette after an impressive dig of that dump from Klein. Very strong swing by the Ducks on the slide for Neal, but just out. Morgan Burke stays serving. It is 8-8. Strong back row kill by Mimi Collier. Point Ducks. Number 8, Kristen Klein, back to serve for the Ducks now. So on both sides we have back row setters and a full front row. Great up by Morgan Burke. Strong swing right off the top of the hands for Kendall Ray to get the kill. We are going back and forth here tonight in front of a sold-out crowd in Ann Arbor, Cliff Keen Arena. Ray back to serve for the Wolverines, 9-9. Great pass for the Ducks. Wolverines strong cover. Recycling those balls. Swinging high off hands. Keep that ball in and avoid getting blocked. But a great deep swing by the Ducks. That is their outside Owobate. And now she goes back to serve and switches spots with Mimi Collier. Ducks are serving 10-9. Great block by the Ducks. Morgan Burke chose to set Serena Nyambio, one of the middles for the Wolverines. She did get blocked, so the Ducks stay with the serve. Great up by the Wolverines. Try to sneak that one in, but it is just wide. Wolverines need a good pass here so we can have all of our options available. Ducks are serving 12-9 with Owobate on the serving line. Great pass by Allison Jacobs. Valette with the tool. And if you're not familiar with what a tool is when the attacker hits off of those blockers' hands and it goes out of bounds or just hits the floor. Too difficult to pass for the defenders. Short serve by Cochran, but a strong tip by Glover. Hits the floor for the Ducks. Morris, the Ducks libero, is back to serve now with a score of 13-10. Good up by Amalia Simmons. Strong high swing. Attempted block by Boney and Valette, but just out. So that point does go to the Ducks. Morris is staying on that end line to serve. Short serve. Just doesn't make it over the net, so point Wolverines. Boney seemed ready for that one. Vallette, strong server for the Wolverines, is back 11-14. She gets that one in, passed by the Ducks. But a tip by Glover hits the ground. So they stop Vallette. Isabel Patterson, the DS, is back to serve for the Ducks, number 23. Serving 15-11. Great pass by Jacobs. Strong swing by Simmons, but goes out over the block. Patterson still serving. Wolverines trying to find their footing here. Great pass. Great swing by Vallette, but blocked but covered by Cochran. Still in play. And a swing out by the Ducks gives the Wolverines the point. They stay in it. 12-16. Simmons goes out for Greskovich. And Ray comes in front row for Jacobs. Greskovich serving for the Wolverines, 12-16. To the outside, but out by Collier. An attempted dump by Klein, but it picked up by Vallette, and then the kill by Ray. Wolverines are at 14-16, climbing the ladder. Great slide attack by Ofebu for the Ducks. Found the seam in the block. Vallette attempted to dig, but just couldn't get it up. Collier is back to serve for the Ducks, 17-14. But a miss. Wolverines get the point at 15-17. Chopra comes in to serve. And Nyambio is our new middle. Great serve by Chopra. Overpassed by the Ducks, put down by Nyambio for the point. Strong back row swing from Collier. Gets it to the floor for the point. Number 22 is back to serve for one of the middles for the Ducks while the libero is out. See if the Wolverines can pass this ball side out fast. Great pass by Greskovich. Allows the slide to be run. Another try. But another great back row swing by Collier hits the floor. Great runs by the Wolverines. Just can't seem to find the floor. Another chance here, 16-19. Ducks are still serving. Back row attempt by Vallette hits the floor with another tool off the block. Wolverine side out for Burke to serve. strong, strong swing on the slide for the Ducks by Colby Neal, number 7. Sends Kristen Klein back to serve. That means Noemi Glover is back in at opposite for the Ducks. Strong pass by Ray. A swing by Nyambio, but did go out. Hit the line jump. Good pass by Ray. Morgan Burke sends it to Valentina Violet on the outside. Violet gets the kill with a strong tip. Sends Ray back to serve, and Simmons is back front row. Wolverines are still in it, 18-21. Missed serve by Ray. Puts us at 18-22. Owobate is back to serve. Mimi Collier is back front row. Got back row setters on each side. Great pass by Cochran. Tip by Nyambio. Another tip by Glover. Picked up by Cochran. Put down by Simmons with a little roll shot. Wolverines are staying strong here, 19-22. End of this first set. Short serve by Cochran. Puts the Ducks in a little bit of disarray, but Glover keeps it simple and swings down the line at Cochran. Cochran can't keep it up, so the Ducks get the point. Trying to finish off this first set, 23-19. Morris back to serve. And Ofebu as the new middle for the Ducks. Violet sets, out of system. Strong swing by Simmons. Great up by Cochran. Roll shot by Simmons. Put out to Collier. Violet picks that up. Attempted tip by Simmons, but just not high enough as the block was waiting, and dumped that back down on the Wolverine side. Morris serving set point, 24-19 against the Wolverines. Violet takes a strong swing, but is blocked by Collier, and will bounce back. I was going to say we do have some milestones to watch for this match, but first we'll watch Ray serve for the Wolverines. Great pass. Glover tried to cut it, but didn't clear the net, so point Wolverines. Pass by Collier. Great swing by Owobate. Lands right in front of Ray to give Ducks the point.
And right now, USC is also playing Purdue, so they're currently 22-22 in the first set. And we have 3 more games starting at 8, so
that is a close one. And a big, big game for Nebraska and Wisconsin tonight.
Yep.
If you're watching.
Nice dig by Jacobs. Burke sending it back to Violet. Brought up by Klein. Tipped over by Glover.
Great back row attack by Owobate to finish the point. Really good back and forth from the Wolverines and the Ducks. Wolverines couldn't quite figure out how to put that ball down. They get another chance here with Owobate serving. But an ace for Owobate in the back row.
A little bit of a fun fact about her is that she used to go to UC Santa Barbara, where she was coached by current Michigan assistant coach Nick Clark. So they have a nice little connection there, and now they're playing against each other.
They meet again. Great swing by Simmons. Put it down right in front of Owobate for the kill. Wolverines stay in it. Cochran back to serve. The score, I believe, yeah, should be 2-3 now. Great block by Boney and Ballette on Collier, but stayed in the air for Collier to go up and slam it down on the Wolverine side. Morris back to serve, the libero for the Ducks. 4-2. Great swing by Valette on that ball, but Collier and Ofebu were set up waiting for her and blocked successfully for the point. Great pass by Simmons. Berg chose to set Boney. We're recycling here on the Wolverine side. Klein chooses set Ofe. Morris stays serving, 6-2. Wolverines really trying to side out on this point so we can get Valette back to serve.
Nice pass by Simmons. Burke sets it up to Boney, who hits it just heading out of the timeout. We have Mackenzie Morris up to serve for the Ducks.
Short serve by Morris. Gets Valette out of the mix. But a great swing by Simmons. Tooled off the block. Gets the Wolverines the point. Valette is back to serve. And the milestone that we should watch here is a single ace during this game will put her at third all time in a single season for a Michigan Wolverine. Great serve, but great pass by Owobate. However, the Wolverines still get the point as Glover hits it out. Valette has another chance here to get this ace. Let's not put too much pressure on her, though. I don't want to jinx her. Knocking on wood currently. Great serve by Valette. Gets the overpass. Simmons passes it. Burke runs that slide with Boney for the kill. Wolverines are back in it here, 5-7. Valette keeping it simple on the end line. Gets the Ducks out of system. However, Owobate takes a amazing back row swing. Gets it right on the left of Cochran and gets that kill.
Isabel Patterson is currently in to serve. And Johnny, why don't you talk about what makes Vallette's serve so efficient in getting aces and how it differs from the rest of the servers in the Big Ten and the NCAA?
I would love to, Nicole. Thanks so much for asking. Wait, let's see Burke run this ball down.
Simmons rolls it over. And it's
great
tipped
throw down by
over
Collier.
By Collier, yeah.
Okay.
Lands into the Wolverine territory.
So Vallette's serve, Miss Valentina, she is very strong, first of all. And second of all, we don't see too many topspin serves anymore, especially in the women's game. Let's see here, Jackie. Great up. Good defense by the Wolverines. Keeps this ball up. but Klein pushes it out to Collier to get that kill for the Ducks. Yeah, Vollette's serve, she gets a lot of power on that ball. It's also extremely deep. Some will argue that a topspin serve should be relatively easy to pass, as all you have to do is hold, and there's not really any like floating of the ball happening, so you don't have to worry about it hitting like your elbows. Just got to get that platform out and hold your angle. However, because of the way that Vallette serves and where it contacts your arms and how deep it goes, it is wildly unpredictable, and so much power is behind that ball that it's really, really easy to overpass, which is why she's so successful.
Thank you for that. And the other type of serve that we mostly see in the NCAA is what we just saw from Patterson with the jump float.
Great back row kill by Vallette. Gets that through Ofebu. Normally we'd like to see an attacker go away from the block, but sometimes it's beneficial to just slam it through their hands.
Is that your go-to strategy when you're playing?
Unfortunately, that I would not say that that's the most successful for me to do. But with an arm like Vallette, she can do whatever she wants. Tip kill on the slide for the Ducks, though. That puts us at 12-6, folks, with Mimi Collier back to serve. Burke is front row. We might see her attack. We might not. Greskovich keeps that in play for an out-of-system swing. Ray was up against triple block, which is all three blockers in the front row getting to her, because they knew the ball was going to her out-of-system. However, she just pounds it through, as I was saying. Sometimes that's the only way.
And now we have Mira Chopra up to serve.
Great serve, but good pass. Chopra gets behind it, but the ball does go out of play, so that is a kill by Collier. The Ducks are really running the back row swings, and if you aren't familiar, back row attacker cannot step on or after the 10-foot line, which is that white line in the middle of the court that you see, not the one underneath the net. Nicole's emoting because I think, was that Carly Greskovich?
Yeah, a kill for Carly Greskovich.
Greskovich gets the bump kill on the serve, putting that right in the donut, or the center of the Ducks.
That is a fun one to see, and now we have Morgan Burke up to serve for the Wolverines.
Puts that right on the libero. Great swing by Owobate.
Ray up to swing. Klein sets back row. It's returned to the Oregon side and set down for a kill by number 19.
That was a aggressive cut shot. She put that, I would argue that landed before the 10-foot line, which is pretty hard to do.
Great angle on that.
Yeah. We have Kristen Klein back to serve. That is the setter for the Ducks. She runs the offense. Good pass by Ray. Ray
Tips
chooses
it
the
over.
tip.
Out of system dig up to Vallette.
Blocked by the Ducks. The Ducks are at 15-8. Wolverines trying to get out of this first rotation with Morgan back row, Ray on the opposite side of the court as Vallette.
Short serve to Cochran. Burke digs it up to Vallette, who puts it away for a kill.
Yes, she tooled those hands. Ball going right into the stands here in this packed stadium. The audience getting some action. They get to touch the ball too, every now and then.
Now we have Ray up to serve. Cochran digs it up. Simmons sends it over.
Great swing by Glover. to side out for the point. Ducks are at 16, Wolverines at 9. Ray is out now. Jacobs comes in to pass and DS for her in the back row. Jacobs still nursing that ankle, so she has informed me that she is not permitted to jump yet.
And she'll be taking more of a DS.
Row and get going this set. Stay in it. Good pass by Jacobs. Burke puts it out to Simmons. Simmons gets blocked, but Wolverines have good coverage. And the coverage pays off because Collier hits it out, and Wolverines get that point. Middle switch here, so Boney is back in, and Cochran's back to serve. Let's see if we can keep the ball on our side. Good pass by the Ducks. Gets that middle swing. Neal tools Boney. Ducks are right back at it with Morris back to serve. 18-10 Ducks. Good serve by Morris, but good pass by Jacobs. Good cover by the Wolverines. Gives Jackie Boney the opportunity to take a swing on the second ball. She gets that through the block. Wolverines get the point. Ballette is back to serve. (11-18) here.
Great
Ducks
serve by
keeping
Ballette.
that. Great defense by the Wolverines. Jacobs is back there keeping that ball in play.
Boney on the slide. Makes it through to the Oregon side. Gets swung and dug by Cochran.
Ballette chooses to take the setter out on that play. Ball wasn't exactly where she wanted it to be. And Boney tools off Collier to take that point. Great point by the Wolverines. Great fight by both teams.
Ballette back up to serve again.
Hangs in the air for that one. Out by Glover. Ballette back to serve again. Wolverines are making a little climb for it here. Almost gets the ace.
But she is able to get the Ducks out of the system. Ball now on the Wolverine side. Swung by Simmons. Blocked by the Ducks, though, and that's a point to Oregon.
Patterson back to serve for the Ducks. She comes in for Glover. As we don't often see opposites playing all the way around unless you're watching the international game. However, the Wolverines do have their opposite. Valentina Ballette play all the way around.
Morgan Burke dumps it over to the Oregon side, and that's a point Michigan.
Virtue and coaching staff have determined that Ballette is a great resource both front row and back row, which is why she plays all the way around, plays all 6 rotations. The line judge calls that ball in for a block for the Wolverines. Looks like Boney and Ray got that block. And typically with those challenges, we have multiple angles they can look at, and they just look at every angle, and if from every single angle they see that ball as a certain way, either in or out, then that will be the call. Great slide attack by Jackie, puts it just out of reach for Morris to get that kill.
And so going back to the challenges, so I said that each team gets 2 challenges, but if their challenge is successful, they get the challenge back. So since Oregon just lost that challenge, they have 1 more left for the rest of the game, unless we go to a 5th set where they get 1 more.
Exactly. Great block touches by the Wolverines here. Oh, but they just lose that point here on the slide attack from Ofebu. Just out of reach of Carly Groskovic in middle back. This gives the Ducks 20 points, the Wolverines 16. Mimi Collier is back to serve for the Ducks.
Collier is currently a junior for the Ducks, but during her freshman year, she was named to the All Pac-12 team back when Oregon was still in the Pac-12. And she's also the first Duck to get the ABCA National Freshman of the Year award.
Yeah.
So doing big things for that program.
Yeah, I believe they played MSU
They
on
did.
Thursday night while we were playing Maryland. And I believe she hit some milestones for the Oregon program. We can talk about those a little later.
Ray up to swing.
Great choice by Ofebu on the slide. She decided to take that ball and just tip it into the hands of Nyambio and Ray and tool off of them. So she intentionally took that ball, hit the hands, and attempted to make that ball go out so that no defender could play that up.
And now we have number 22, Maya de los Reyes, up to serve.
Deep serve. Puts the Wolverines out of system a little. Ray
Tip
decides
by
to tip
Ray.
that.
Yep.
Great touch by Cochran, but nobody could get to it in time. And the Ducks actually ran that ball a little inside, which was peculiar and cool. I think it was kind of a free ball, but like Ray Loki attacked it, so it's impressive that the Ducks decided to do that. Really good communication on their side. On that ball, though, Ray tools them right back, gives the Wolverines the point. We are seeing the Oregon's lead by 4 here, 22-18. Burke back to serve for the Wolverines. Great pass. Owobate tries to tip that ball in, or tool Valette, but Valette stays strong and puts that ball on the Duck side. Great block. Good serve by Burke.
Back row.
Back row
Unable
attempt.
to make it over, which gives the Wolverines another point.
Definitely a cheeky shot.
Good
Burke,
spot.
Yeah, Burke seemed like she'd be taking aggressive move at that, but it's a great shot by Collier. She just put it over.
And then ace by Morgan Bird.
We see an ace by Burke.
So we see some great. Received by Morris.
For an aggressive kill by Collier in the back row. They really, really like to go to her and Owobate in the back row for that quick kill. Wolverines still trying to figure out how to best defend that ball. 23-21. Klein back to serve for the Ducks. Tip by Nyambio. Really, really strong swing by Owobate on the outside for the Ducks to get that set point. Tooling off of our Wolverine block.
It is 24-21 to the Ducks with Klein up to serve again.
Gets that in short. Burke has to play the ball. Valette makes Klein play the ball. Both teams out of system. Has recently completed, I believe, she is now in the top 10 for career kills all time at Oregon. And if she's gotten her aces in her last game or here, then she will be in the top 8 at Oregon for career aces all time.
Now we just saw Valette get the first point with a kill, which brings Madison Cochran up to serve for the Wolverines.
Wolverines starting strong. Great pass by the Ducks. And a stuff block by Boney. Boney one-on-one with Neal. Puts that right back on the Duck side. Keep Cochran back serving. Pushed out to Collier. Tip, but picked up by Burke.
Violet up to swing, tips it into the Duck side. Back in play.
Great dig by Cochran. Pushed outside by Burke. To Simmons. Simmons takes a swing. Great up by Cochran. Pancaked that ball. Simmons tried to get her feet there. A little bit of a messy play. Burke tried to back set it back, but didn't go far enough for Simmons to be comfortable, so aired
really into the court. Yep.
Wolverines try to get it back here. Morris back to serve for the Ducks. 2-1. Well, 1-2. Great get by Jacobs.
Simmons hits it over. Back on the Duck side.
Violet tried to get that ball back into the court. Collier was all set up on her, though. Collier and Ofebu put that ball down on the Wolverines side to get it tied up at 2. Burke tries to run Boney on the gap set, but Ducks were waiting for her, blocked that ball, and Jacobs couldn't get that cover. Morris staying back to serve for the Ducks here.
Violet up to swing. Gets returned to the Wolverine side. Back up to swing again. And that ball is called in by the refs. But we see Oregon picking up that challenge card once again. This may be their last challenge, unless it is overruled.
Willing to risk it here. Kristen Klein definitely thought that ball was out right behind her.
Yep. We saw a big reaction from the Oregon bench there. So it'll be interesting to see what the review says. And this also gives teams the time to regroup, have the coaches talk to the players a bit. We see Michigan getting some water, both sides getting some water and towels up.
Morris back to serve again for the Ducks, 4-2. Morris on a big run, makes Burke pass that ball. Violet chooses to recycle. The roll from Simmons gets the kill. Morris in disarray. Digs that ball, but people were running their routes and the ball goes out of bounds.
And now we have Valentina Violet up to serve.
Violet. That ball goes...
Had a lot of power on it and goes out.
Yep, a little too far out.
And so we see Isabel Patterson up to serve for the Ducks again.
Doesn't clear the net for the Ducks, so the Wolverines get that point back. Simmons and Jacobs make the switch. Now with Trixie McMillan. Back row for Simmons. instead of Carly Gruskovich. McMillan back to serve. And Ray front row for Jacobs.
Great serve by McMillan. Returned by Jackie Boney.
Great block by Boney. Made a choice, got up, was in the right place at the right time to get that block and keep McMillan back to serve. Tied up at 5s. Getting the Oregon Ducks out of system here. Great dig by Cochran. Burke runs the back row.
Tip by Collier. Vallette tries to get it up, but is unable to get up a diggable ball, and so that's a point Oregon.
Definitely seeing all of the hitters mix up their shots here. Make that really hard to read on a defensive level. Collier back to serve for the Ducks. Doesn't make it over, so the Wolverines get that point back. We see the switch now between Boney and Nyambio, and Chopra is back to serve for Boney.
Dug up by Wobate into a back row attack by Collier and is denied by the Wolverines.
Nyambio stays up on that, watching Mimi Collier, and blocks that ball so the Ducks don't get an easy side out from that back row attack.
Chopra up to serve again for the Wolverines.
Gets that setter off the net. Collier finds that ball in though. It's a great call by the ref, and great swing by Collier to find that line on an out-of-system play. Tough for the Wolverines, though. Here we go, 7-7. Right up here in the third set.
And Maya de los Reyes up to serve for Oregon.
Deep serve by De Los Reyes. Powered through by Ray. Strong block by the Ducks, but Ray finds a way to get that kill. Ray finds a way. Am I right?
It's great. It's a great catchphrase.
Thank you so much. I'm going to tell her that later. Great serve by Burke. Puts the Ducks way out of system. Klein tries to work with it.
Right, we are back from the timeout, and Morgan Burke is up to serve for the Wolverines.
Morgan Burke refuses to get iced here. Pancake by Cochran. Save that ball on the slide.
A nice aggressive dump by Klein.
Yeah.
Yep.
She baited Nyambio a little bit on that slide. Nyambio jumped with her, and I think Klein remembered that. And on that tight pass, she decided to put that one down. Great dump by her. She is now back to serve. Great pass by McMillan. Tip kill by Vallette. Great choice to side out fast. Ray is back to serve here, and Simmons is back front row. We are at 10-8. Wolverines are up by 2 here in the third set. Great serve by Ray, puts them out of system. Sorry, Nicole.
No, you took the words right out of my mouth. Vallette up to swing. Ducks keep it in play. Cochran digs it up for Vallette again against the triple block, and she lands it in Duck territory.
Finds a way through. Very, very strategic and surgical, if you will. With
surgical
that swing.
precision.
Yeah. She found that opening in that block, put that ball down. Great defense by the Ducks.
Ray, a grad transfer from Alabama, up to serve for the Wolverines again.
Another tip by the Ducks. But just fell out of sorts a little here with the Vallette attempted dig. Gives Owobate that kill.
And now we see Allison Jacobs returning to the back row of the court as Oregon serves it up.
Owobate, yep. Burke pushes that back to Vowlette, and Vowlette finds the corner. That is a great kill by the Wolverines to side out really fast. We see a middle switch here. Nyambio is out, Boney is in, and Cochran is back to serve for the Wolverines. 12-9. Short serve by Cochran. But a really great pass by the middle, I think. I think Neil passed that.
Wow.
Kept the Ducks in system for Collier to get a big kill. Side-out game is very aggressive here in Keene tonight. Morris is back to serve. She's been going on some runs tonight.
A little bit of an overpass by Jacobs allows Glover to hit the ball back down into Wolverine territory. And so Morris is back up to serve for the Ducks. Jacobs passes it back up again. Gets set to Vowlette. We see some middle action, but number 13, Ofebu, hits it just wide. And so now we have Valentina Vowlette back up to serve for the Wolverines.
Klein definitely getting those middles involved and spreading out her offense, keeping the Wolverines guessing on the block. Great hold by Owobate. Burke makes Glover pass that ball. Gets the Ducks a little out of system. Klein pushes that set a little too far out and forces Collier to hit that ball a little long. Wolverines get that point. Great defense. 14-11 here.
Yep.
In the third.
About to see another Vowlette serve.
Ducks have really handled this serve well. Vowlette trying to be a little bit more aggressive, I think, and misses that one below the mark.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of staying calm with that really powerful ball coming at them and just being able to pass it up. Morris's serve passed up by Jacobs. Simmons takes a swing to send it into Duck territory, but unfortunately, Ofebu kind of tips it into her block. And so that's a point Ducks.
Patterson back to serve for the Ducks. DS for Glover.
Boney on the slide sends it into Duck territory. But it's sent back with a little touch from Michigan's block. And so that's a point Oregon.
Collier dug that out. Jackie Boney found the way to put that ball over the net and into Collier's block, but she dug it out of her block and then attacked that line.
Jacobs takes this ball again. Simmons hits it back up.
Line judge calls a touch on the block by the Ducks. Ducks seem to agree, so no challenge or anything. The Wolverines get the point here.
Great job by Boney on the slide. And now we have Trixie McMillan up to serve for the Wolverines.
Boney attacked those high hands, knowing that the Ducks block has been pretty good tonight. Tip by Collier, but Vowlette digs that up. Attack.
Nice little dump there by Klein. Vowlette tries to get it up, but is unable to, and so that's another point to Oregon.
Collier back to serve. Great pass by McMillan.
A little out of system setting in Oregon side.
Great dig by Vowlette, but Burke still coming down from the block. Didn't have enough time to process where that ball was being passed, so couldn't quite get to it. Collier back to serve again. Ducks take the lead here, 16-15, after being down. McMillan thought that one was going long by Collier.
Far back from that timeout. Oregon up to serve.
Collier keeps it on McMillan. McMillan makes the pass, but Burke didn't find it high enough to set it from her hands. Gets it out to Ray, but Ray gets blocked by the Ducks. McMillan out for Greskovich. Greskovich tries to make the pass, a little off, out of system. Ray makes a good choice.
Greskovic digs it up again into a slide attack by Boney. Klein tips it over, or dumps it over. Sorry. And the ball is still in play on the Wolverine side. Ray up to swing, but she hits the antenna, so it's a point to the Ducks.
Wolverines are really trying to get this point here. Burke moving around the offense, see who can get a kill. Ducks being really aggressive on the block and the defense, making good moves and good choices. Greskovich watches that ball go long, so the Wolverines get the point.
Now we see Mira Chopra come in to serve, as well as Serena Nyambio. Little back row attack there.
Great tool by Ray. Chopra back to serve again, 17-19. Keeps that ball in and over. Nyambio sneaks that ball into the block. I thought my eyes deceived me for a second there, and I was like, oh, another block, but Nyambio
landed on the Oregon side. Yeah, it's hard to see a bit up here. I know we were just talking about the best angles to watch volleyball from, and
certainly not this one. Ducks have some question marks here. Thinking Owobate might have got the touch, but Matt Ulmer takes a timeout instead of a challenge. That ball was called out, so Wolverines stayed with the point to tie it up 19-19 on a Chopra run. If you want to Oh. Chopra with a great serve to pull Klein off the net. Klein pushes the ball a little outside the antenna, so Owobate tried her best to keep that ball in play with a tip. Nyambio got that ball up, but there was a little confusion on the Wolverines side of who was going to get that second ball, and it did fall for a Duck point.
We just saw lots of movement in the subs around the court. So right now we have De Los Reyes up to serve and Colby Neal in for Oregon.
Wolverines watch that ball go long, so they send Burke back to serve. Try to get them a clean 5 points here to end this third set.
You see a little bit of an overpass there, but Oregon is able to convert off of a Wobate kill. Now we have Klein up to serve for the Ducks, 21-20.
Klein goes at Ray.
Vallette swings it into Oregon's side, who returns it. Cochran digs it up for another Vallette swing. It's a triple block. A little tip over into the Wolverines' court.
Little confusion on the Wolverines side.
Had in this third set.
Kristen Klein serving. Goes at Ray and gets the ace for the Ducks out of the timeout. Ducks really trying to close here in the third set. Make their way back to Oregon. Ray gets that up.
Tipped over by Vallette.
Glover tries to swing, real sharp cross, really strong, but into the bottom of the net. So the Wolverines stay in it here. Ray back to serve, and Simmons back in front row on the outside. Oh, however, we see Vallette choosing to stay on the outside and Simmons going right.
Simmons up to swing. A little bit under, goes into the net, so that's a point Ducks. And now this score is 24-21. We have our match point.
Jacobs back in for Ray. Try to get the Wolverines a good pass here. Get out of trouble. Great pass by Jacobs. Vallette tools the block. Cochran watches it go out to be sure, so the Wolverines get that point.
Cochran up to serve for the Wolverines, 22-24.
And that means Boney is back in the Wolverines' middle. Great pass by the Ducks. And a definitive kill by Glover to finish this game between the Michigan Wolverines